Welcome back to Hedge Apple Acres. I'm Cal, and in today's video we're going to get a bee log. So other day I got a few calls about some people trying to get a hold of me. But first, if you're new in my channel, I help you raise, manage, and breed livestock while managing forages for grazing animals. Click on the subscribe button below. Also, click on the bell so you can receive email notifications whenever I release a new video. We made contact and I went over and looked at it. They'd cut down a tree in the front yard, fallen down, and they discovered a bee colony in it. They'd cut up most of the tree but left that portion, and then they took the tractor and drug it to the back of their pasture. I looked at it, the bees were still staying there, so I'm gonna go over this morning with the trailer and load it onto the trailer and then bring it home. I'm excited to get a bee tree because, one, where's those genetics come from? One, they could be from just another beekeeper's apiary, and he had a colony swarm and they took up residence in there. The people did not tell me how long it's been up there. They weren't sure themselves. So if it's fairly new, it's going to be genetics from a beekeeper. On the other hand, if it's a colony that's been there a while, or even if it's a swarm, it could have came from a feral hive or a feral colony. And that's what I really want. I want those genetics there because they are surviving and thriving without chemicals. And that's the kind of genetics I want in my apiary. I take off over there and I look down, and of course, I'm almost out of gas. I don't know if I've ever been that excited to see the gas station. So I pull into a gas station, I get some gas, and I continue on. As soon as I pull in, I talk to the landowner, and he's a little concerned that the bees are very grumpy. His grandson got stung. They had fallen the tree, and then they drug the bee part of it to the back of their land. I imagine those bees were pretty grumpy. The bees ignored me for the most part. Not for the most part, they ignored me completely. I never even had one do a flyby. So I chained it, the log on, pulled it up, started pulling, and my trailer I'm using is kind of lightweight, and it started bending my angle iron there, so I had to loosen it and re-hook. Got it loaded, drove home slowly. Got here. I'm gonna let the log settle for a little while, not move it around, because for one, those bees, they built the comb hanging up and down, and now it's fallen over. It probably destroyed some of the comb. My hope is it didn't kill the queen. If it did kill the queen, they should have some larvae in there so they can raise a new queen. I am optimistic that the colony and the brood's okay in there. If it's not, I've got a old bee log out here. But right now we're going to see if they can raise their own queen, or even better, the old queen is alive in there. So we'll see. We'll post an update on it later on. It won't be for a couple months. As always, we appreciate you watching, and we encourage you to comment, like, subscribe, and share. We'll be seeing you more.